What is up guys, welcome back to the vlog. In the last video I took these engine cases off and it was a pain in the ass, and we managed to get the gear, the little starter motor gear that fell off, back on, which is awesome. And since then the bike's just been sitting here, and I'm being an iron whether or not I should polish these engine cases while I've got them off, and I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to chuck them back on. I did give them like a nice little clean, just to get most of the muck off, especially on the underside. But I figured that once everything's back on, it's actually not too hard to polish it while it's on the bike, and I want to get the bike back together in one piece ASAP, because just having it out exposed to the elements just sort of makes me nervous. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to use a razor blade, just quickly clean up the surfaces of the engine cover and the engine, and then we're going to use a gasket maker to chuck everything back together. Hopefully it's just going to be a nice and quick, easy video and it all goes according to plan. Fingers crossed. Let's get into it. Alright, the bike is back together in one piece. That was really satisfying. I'm not going to put the oil back in because I think I need to let the gasket cure for a while. I'm actually not sure how long that is, so I'll probably just wait a day or so. But I've got something really exciting to show you guys. So these came into the mail just this morning. I placed an order on eBay like 2 months ago. These both came from China. So I've got a rear fender, and a frame hoop, which means we can move on to the next stage of the build. Unfortunately, the frame hoop that they sent me was the wrong diameter, but now that I have this, we can still sort of conceptualize. So I want to show you what I'm thinking of. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut the frame somewhere around here. I want to keep this triangular piece, mainly, I mean for aesthetics but also for support. So I'm going to try and cut the frame off the triangular piece, and then we're going to weld this in place. I'm thinking, so normally when you do a cafe racer build, you want the back of the hoop to be somewhat aligned with the center of the wheel. But since mine's more of a classic build, and I am a big fan of the long seats, I think I'm just gonna extend it a little bit more. So something like that. And already, like, if we can just sort of get rid of all this crap back here and just have like a really nice clean back end to the bike, I'll be really happy. That's really exciting. Now let me show you the upper part. Alright, so I have this, it's basically like a trailer fender for like a van, but I think it'll be perfect. What I want to do is have this just sort of slot into the frame and just have one piece. So we'll get rid of this classic fender, get rid of this old fender, and just have this just like that. And then we'll weld on some tabs on the hoop and some holes onto the fender just to fix it, and it'll be super nice and neat. So something like that. Alright guys, I'm just filming this on my phone. Taken the rear fender and the inner fender off, and now I've taped the frame in, the frame hoop, and this is what I'm trying to get at. To be honest guys, I wish it was a little bit longer. If possible, I want it to sort of go down all the way down into this area, but what I can do is I might just like use an angle grinder and cut the end of this and then screw it on, so it's sort of like a flexible mud flap. I think that'd be a good little solution. I can't fit it like perfectly because these two tabs are getting in the way, and I don't even use these anymore, so I'm really tempted to just grind them off, but that's probably a bad idea. But yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it? It'll probably, so it's going to be a lot higher. Obviously this is going to mate up to this surface, so it's going to be on an angle. I might even make it shorter. Yeah, it's going to look sick. And I actually kind of like the raw steel look. What do you guys think? Because it's an old bike. I think if I get chromed, it's going to be a little bit too shiny. So having the raw steel sort of looks like the older chrome on it and matches the sort of old look of the engine. I'm gonna have to redo this front fender as well. It's just a little bit too short than what I like. But if I'm keeping it in raw steel, I might as well just buy like a cheap fender and recut that. And yeah, I think it looks pretty sick, guys. What do you reckon? Oh, I can't wait. Thank you so much, Nick, for lending me all your tools. If I wanted to, I could just cut the frame right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm tempted to just cut off a few brackets, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And hopefully soon we'll get the bike running again and we can cut the frame. Oh, so excited. It is a small, like the frame is a smaller diameter than what is required. My frame is 1 inch and the one that they sent me is like 0.8 of an inch. So it does fit inside the tube, but I think because it's going to be a structural change, I think I might just order another frame. I found another one, it's 80 bucks in Western Australia, so it's not too bad. And since it's in Australia, I can just sort of get one pretty soon. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to order a new frame hoop and before I cut anything. Cool. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.